can be propagated very easily vegetatively. To propagate fig vegetatively, we need to collect some fresh cuttings from the dormant plant. Here we have collected some cuttings from the dormant plant which are a pencil thick, or you can have a little thicker cuttings also. Now we'll see how to cut the plants. We need to ensure minimum 4 nodes, 1, 2, 3, 4 per cutting must be there. So we'll start cutting for this one, like you have cut the straight part and count 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll make a taper cut on the top. We'll cut this cutting into the water to keep it hydrated. So we'll repeat this for the number of cuttings what we want. Again we'll make a straight cut on the bottom, and 1, 2, 3, 4. If the cutting is too short, we can keep 1 or 2 more. Minimum 6 inch is required for the good cut set. So we'll cut. We'll take few from this thicker stem also. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is four. One, 2, 3, 4. So now we will make the further process on these cuttings, which is kept into water overnight. Now this is the 4 note cutting. Now we need to further cut this for the rooting area. Now this note and this note will be a sprouting node, and this is going to be a rooting node. So we don't require sprouting over here, so we remove the sprouting from this node. To facilitate the faster rooting and more rooting area, we'll make a cut both the side in a lengthwise, 1, and the opposite side. This is a rooting. Our stick is ready for the rooting. Same process we will be repeating for the thicker branches also. So this is the top 2 nodes which is used for the sprouting, and the bottom node it is using for the rooting. So we don't require any sprouting over here. So we are removing the sprouting. Then we will make a longitudinal cut on the both the side to increase the rooting area. You can see this is how we need to prepare the sticks. Stop. Now our cuttings are ready, and we will start the process for the rooting it. We can root this cutting in a 3 way. One, we can form the callus in a separate box. Second, we can root it into the cocopeat box, or we can root it into the ground directly in the sand bed. So before rooting, we need to prepare this cutting for the one final time. So we'll prepare this cutting for this rooting. Now you can see this is a very long portion after the note. So we need to cut this portion near to the note. That will facilitate the rooting much faster. So now our fig cuttings are ready, and we can start the rooting process. Fig can be rooted in a 3 way. Number 1, we can callus it in a separate box. Number 2, we can root into the cocopeat, and number 3, we can put the cuttings into the soil in the sand bed and get it rooted. So we'll try all 3 ways and we'll compare the result which is the best one. Now for callousing, what we have prepared, we need to prepare all the numbers of cuttings for this and put it into a bucket. Either we can take this or we can take some square box. Make sure there should not be any light passing through the bucket, and then cover it, seal it. We'll open this after 15 to 20 days. For rooting into the cocopeat, we have prepared a cocopeat, wetted cocopeat in here. So all these stems we are ready with the top cover of the plastic. We'll insert into this. One by one. These are inserted up to the level, the plastic to be on the top and all the exposed portion to be submerged into the cocopeat. So this is how we have to do, and once we are finished, we need to seal it for the 15-20 days with the airtight container. And the third method, what we are going to do directly into the sand bed, we need to take these cuttings and submerge into the bed so that the taper portion stay in a vertical position like this up to 2 nodes. So we'll be doing for all these cuttings. For extra care, we can cover this with some plastic for initial 15-20 days. That will help in rooting this cutting. We'll discuss the result after 20 days when the rooting is already started.